If you are caught in the cycle of starving, over-exercising, and still hating your body, this is the video that I wish would have found me when I was you. Hello beautiful beings, welcome into my channel. If you are new here, my name is Abby and I am doing a 30-day challenge that I am calling the Holy Shift, where I am shifting my entire freaking life. And part of this shift is with movement. Now, I need to give a backstory because my relationship with food, exercise, and my body has never been as balanced and as healthy as it is today. I came from a very unhealthy place with the view of my body, the way I ate, what I ate, how I controlled my eating, and what I viewed exercise as. The first time I ever thought I was fat, I was 7 years old and very far from it. Now that's a really young age to start having those thoughts, but those thoughts started to consume me the older that I got. I was obsessed and always concerned about the way that I looked. I was terrified of gaining weight. And because of this, it led to some very unhealthy practices. I experienced a lot of eating disorders as I grew up, and I didn't really exercise when I was younger until I was about 19. That's when my new addiction started, the fitness industry. And this industry can be so beautiful and also extremely toxic. And my heart goes out to anybody that is experiencing hatred within their own body. I want you to know that you will not make the shifts that you need to make in your body and your life when it's coming out of hate and disgust and irritants and frustration. When I was 21, I started going to the gym, and that's when my exercise habits started getting extremely unhealthy. I would exercise for about 4 hours a day, 4 to 6 hours in the gym. I got a fitness plan from an actual fitness coach who had me eating between 700 and 900 calories a day. Now, I don't know if you know much about nutrition. If you don't, that's okay. But for me now, I eat that in almost one meal. I love to eat. I love to nourish my body, and I'm not afraid of food anymore. And do I look like I did back then? No. My body has changed. I had the appearance that I was very healthy. I was extremely fit. I had, very defined shoulders and biceps and abs. I was very thin and lean. And I looked like someone who went to the gym all the time because I had no life outside of that. I just need to add this point in here because I forgot. If you are looking to people on Instagram, people online who have your dream body, please keep in mind you do not know what that person had to do to get to where they are. A lot of these people are using editing and it's not actually their real body. A lot of these people are using enhancing things, products, to make them look a certain way. And for myself, I was extremely under eating. I was extremely over exercising. I was using a lot of caffeinated products like pre-workouts and caffeine pills and all that stuff to make sure I had enough energy to push myself as hard as I was, and that is not healthy and that is not normal. So while you might be seeing a body that looks nice, the inside could be an absolute nightmare, and you have no idea what that person is taking, thinking, or doing that is so extreme to get to where they are. Yes, natural nice bodies are achievable, but it takes time and a lot of it is not real for what you're seeing. I had no relationship with food because food was a stressor. Food made me feel less than. If I ate outside of my diet plan, if I had one more almond than I was allowed to, which I think I was allowed to have 5 almonds a day, I would go into a spiral. I would panic. I would feel like I was not doing enough, that I was sabotaging myself, that I wasn't disciplined enough. And I need you to hear me when I say this. Discipline needs to go out the flipping window. When you feel like you have to do something, and that's what discipline is doing something you have to, even if you don't want to, that is not the way to get a sustainable result. So instead, I am devoted to myself now, and I exercise because I want to, because I get to, because I choose to, because I know that exercise makes me feel better. It is not a punishment. And back then it was an absolute punishment. If I ate a box of chocolate at the holiday time, I would punish myself by doing extra time and extra sessions in the gym. I would do more cardio, more intense cardio. I would skip my cheat meal that week, as if a meal is something that you need to cheat on yourself with. And this became so obsessive and so controlling. I had no life. And while I looked like the pinnacle of health, I was very unhealthy inside. My mentality was awful. My hormones were off. My body was responding. I ended up getting breast implants because I was so lean, and I thought because of that industry that I needed them to be balanced and beautiful. And those implants made me even more sick in this body that I was driving into hell because of my mind. You don't need to punish yourself into becoming thinner. You don't need to punish yourself into becoming more healthy. That is not the route that we want to take. In 2025, we're approaching things differently. We are loving ourselves into change. And that's why I'm devoted, because I want to show up for me, because I love myself, because I'm not trying to force a change. I'm just trying to create a lifestyle that is sustainable for me. Do I work out every day now? No. Do I have the body that I had before? No. Will I have that body again? Maybe not. And that's okay. I don't need to look a certain way. I need to feel a certain way. And when I love myself and I can show up right now in this moment, loving myself despite the fact that I don't look the same way, despite the fact that I look less disciplined. That's where the true shift is. And that's the holy shift that I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to do in this challenge, in this movement, is showing up for myself because of my why. Because I love myself, because I know that movement creates movement in my life, because I know that movement helps my energy flow. I know that movement helps my emotions flow, because I know that movement helps me get grounded in this physical reality and helps me feel better in the now. So when I don't feel like exercising, I still show up for myself, but it's in a different way. I'm not showing up for myself because I am scared that I'm going to lose my body, that I am upset with myself for my current progress, that I'm hating myself because I don't look different. And I'll tell you something, when I looked like those pictures, when I looked like this, I still didn't feel good enough. I still felt fat. I still felt unworthy. And now, looking as I do, I feel healthy. And I say to myself every day, I'm the healthiest that I have ever been. And therefore, I am the fittest I've ever been, because I got to this point without punishment, without cruelty to my body. So if you're in this place where you're pushing so hard to get a result, where you are right now is beautiful, because you're choosing to show up for yourself even when it's hard, but because you love yourself and not because you hate yourself. So, if I could give any advice to that version of me that I was, to that version of you that's watching this right now, it is to love yourself in all aspects of your life and all versions of your body. Where you are right now, if you're overweight, underweight, overeating, undereating, overexercising, underexercising, it doesn't matter, because today you are showing up for yourself the best way that you know how. And tomorrow you're going to show up for yourself just a little bit better. And every single day you're going to continue to grow and add on top of this. And one day you're going to look back and be like, wow, I am so proud of myself for the work that I did to get here. It was not a quick fix. It was not an easy journey, but I did it because of love and not because of hate. And that made all the difference. So I love you so much. Don't forget to move your body in the most beautiful and authentic way. How you need to move today is going to be unique to you. If you just want to do some stretching, if you just want to jump up and down a few times, if you want to put on some music and dance, everything is unique to you and you get to choose, and that's the beautiful thing. You're not disciplined into it, you're devoted into it. I love you.